Does Hillary have the Democratic nomination in 2016 locked up? I don't think so. In fact, I think we're in very much the same situation we were in 2005 and 2006, where she was everybody's choice for the nominee in 2008 until a guy named Obama came along. In this case, the discontent about Hillary on the left is not grouped around a single candidate, although there are several that would work. But it's basically that they're very upset about Hillary's close nexus with Wall Street. This was a very bad move by Hillary in the first two paid speeches after she leaves the State Department to get $400,000 for two speeches, $200 for each, paid by Goldman Sachs, which, as you know, has totally owned the Obama administration by their contributions and making sure all their people were at the Fed and were at every position in the Treasury Department. And this nexus with Wall Street really has the left suspicious of Hillary, and well it should. The contributions of Wall Street, not just to speaking fees for Hillary, but speaking fees for Bill, contributions to Hillary's campaign, and funding for the Clinton Foundation and to the Clinton Global Initiative. Their funding of the library, the initiative, and all that stuff is so massive and so invasive in terms of its presence within the Hillary operation that the left is very suspicious of it. All the more so as opinion is congealing on the left and on the right, I agree completely, that we need to repeal the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act. The Glass-Steagall Act, which was passed as an accompaniment to federal deposit insurance, required that you separate investment banking from regular banking. The theory was, hey, if we're going to insure your deposits, you guys can't use them to fund a gambling casino. You have to take the gamblers and put them over with investment bankers and run just plain old vanilla banking with the money we're insuring. And that made a lot of sense and fought against excessive Wall Street speculation and bubbles until Bill Clinton signed a bill repealing the Glass-Steagall Act in 1999, right as he was about to leave office. And many feel that that signature related to an effort to get campaign funds for Hillary for her Senate campaign the next year. And it was a disaster. It led directly to the crisis of 2008. In fact, when you combine that with his policies in beefing up Fannie Mae to do subprime lending, you really can lay the blame for a lot of that crisis at the feet of the Clinton administration. So the left is getting increasingly antsy about Hillary as a candidate, and a lot of the left organizations have said, we don't want a coronation, we want a real debate. And that taps into the basic anti-establishment nature of the Democratic Party. They love chaos. They abhor monarchies and coronations and pecking orders, and that really could become a serious problem for Hillary. The most likely opponent for Hillary is Elizabeth Warren, who defeated Scott Brown to become senator from Massachusetts in 2012. And Elizabeth Warren has a long record of very consistent opposition to Wall Street, demands for greater regulation, demands for consumer protection. She was way out in front on these issues. In fact, when Eileen and I first wrote a book called Outrage, warning about this whole subprime crisis and other issues, we quoted Elizabeth Warren, who was not in politics then, just a Harvard professor, very extensively in these warnings. She would be a great candidate. She raised $40 million running for the Senate, so she can raise money. She's, of course, a woman, so she satisfies the Democratic Party's desire to make history. And she's great on the issues Hillary's not great on, Wall Street and all of that. And Hillary is so dependent on Wall Street money that she will increasingly be incriminating herself as she raises the money to fight this campaign. Hillary will go into the next war perfectly prepared to win the last one, like French generals did. And she will assume that raising mega amounts of money is the key to winning the election. And she'll miss the point that it's purity in how you get your money that is more important than the quantity of the money you raise. If you raise millions of dollars from Wall Street, it's going to come back and bite you and defeat you. If you raise millions of dollars from small online contributors like Obama did, then you're home free. Nobody can blame you. And then, even then, if you take some bank money, everybody's convinced you're financing your campaign with small internet donations. Hillary won't learn that lesson. and Elizabeth Warren could really make hay. So she's not inevitable any more than she was in 2008. Thanks a lot for watching.